Hi friends, this is Dr. Farjana. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Okay, today I'm going to talk about a simple technique you can use to expedite your goal achievement, right? Or put you in a winner mindset. I'm going to share, again, a simple technique you can use to expedite your goal achievement or put you in a winner mindset. Firstly, it is important to acknowledge our subconscious mind believes and grows whatever you emphasize. Okay, so I really need you to internalize this. It is necessary to feed it imagined successes in detail, right? Additionally, you have to be aware not to feed it old pain or fears. Because remember, the subconscious mind believes, right, and grows whatever you emphasize. So extremely important to be aware of this process. Okay, so how do you expedite goal achievement? How do you do it? Okay, so number one, I want you to imagine the success or completion of the goal in your imagination. Okay, remember everything you have ever achieved started with a thought, right? Think about all of your goals that you've already achieved. It all started up with a thought, right? Like, hey, I think I want to do this, right? I think I want to, right? It always starts with a thought. So imagining it like as if it already has happened, right? And taking like at least 10 minutes a day doing this regularly. Number two, not only do you want to just imagine the completion of your goal, right? You also want to feel it. You have to feel it in your body like it already happened, right? This basically leaves a subconscious impression in your soul. Here, when you do this, when you imagine it and feel it, the mind and body aligns. And contrary to popular belief, right? You can't just visualize this, right? Because in the past we just thought, oh, you just visualize, right? And it just became this like cliche word, just visualize, right? Similar to meditate, right? So it's extremely important that you understand you have to feel it in your body as well. A mind and body connection has to occur, right? So when this happens, right? Hence the neural stimulation go into effect and the right actions in the universe comes into play. Okay, so guys, how do you expedite your goal achievement? Take 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes every single day. Okay, let's just call it 5 minutes. I know you have busy days. Imagine it in detail, right? And then feel it in your body. Like, oh man, like if you want to be a millionaire and if you do really want this happening for yourself, feel it. How would a millionaire act? How would they feel, right? How would they dress? Right? So you want to do both processes, right? Take both of these steps regularly, right? To expedite your goal achievement. All right, guys, good luck on your goals. You got this. Hi, guys, this is Dr. Farjana. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Today, I want to talk about what successful people do to succeed. What are some things successful people do to succeed? Okay, number one, successful people don't deal with things that make them uncomfortable. They don't suffer for things that make them extremely uncomfortable. They take care of it, right? So they're very proactive. So a simple example, a song that triggers you, right? For some reason you think you have to keep listening to it because it's on the playlist. A successful person will just take that song, that particular song, and delete it. They'll find a way to remove it from their playlist. Do you see what I mean? They don't suffer, right? With things that trigger them, deter them, right? They're quick to take care of things that deter them in any way, shape, or form, okay? Number two, successful people stick to what works for them, right? They stick to things that's been working for them. So they look at patterns in their life and they notice what's been working for them and they continue doing that, right? So they're very self-reflective, okay? Next, number three, they understand that a good life and a bad life both take the same amount of work, right? Think about it. A good life requires discipline, right? Following through, perseverance, showing up, right? That takes work. A bad life also takes work, right? Moping around, right? Eating unhealthy, waiting on that food stamp line. That still takes work. You still have to get up and wait on a big line. So they understand that philosophy, and they choose to consciously live a good life, right? They're willing to put in the work because they know that a good life and a bad life both take work. Next, winners give their best, right, to their current career, right? They give their best to wherever they are at that moment, right? They don't do any half jobs, right? They have a work ethic of excellence, right? So they give their best to wherever they are. They don't, they don't woe over, oh no, I could have had a better life, or blah, blah. Wherever they are, they give it their best. Also, successful people take calculated risks, right? So they don't just say, oh yeah, I'm going to just now change my career all of a sudden, with no plan, or they take calculated risks, right? They sit there and weigh out those pros and cons, right? They look at which plan will give them the best benefit long term. They play the movie, right? So they take calculated risks. They also focus on their abundance versus their lack. So do not get out of bed without focusing and reminding yourself about all the abundance that you have in your life. Don't focus on the lack, right? You don't want to be in a lack mindset because that's going to create more lack in your life, okay? Next, successful people feed their subconscious, right, vividly with positive, great self-image, right? With great self-image, right? So they sit there and they're like, okay, they picture how they want their life to be, like their goals, and they pretend like it's already happened, and they know exactly what they are. Like, they'll list it, and they'll just sit there and just vividly just reread it, picture it in their mind. Like they're on stage and talking in front of millions of people, if that's one of their goals, right? Like as if it already happened. And they take 5 to 10 minutes every single day to do this, right? They imagine it, and then they feel it. Like they feel those feelings of success, right? For it to actually, to expedite this success cycle. Next, winners don't engage in sensory bombardment. They are very, very particular as to how much device time, right, they're engaging in. So be very, very particular on how much sensory bombardment you are allowing, feeding your body, feeding your mind, okay? Next, winners don't let anything control them, right? They don't let anything control them. So if they see that something is triggering them, they'll let it go. They won't go to that event, right? They'll limit their exposure to that person. They're very particular as to who has access to them because they want to keep their energy fields in a certain wavelength, right? A positive wavelength. And next, they follow the 80-20 rule. What is the 80-20 rule? They basically focus on the 20% that's really good. And the 80% that's okay, they get rid of it because they don't want any distractions, right? So they'll focus on their life and they'll do like quarterly checks or so to see, okay, wait a second, what should I take out? And what's the 20% that I really need to focus on, right? They play the movie, right? 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. And they focus on that 20% and they put all their best there, okay? All right, guys, I hope this is helpful. Try these strategies to get your life, to increase more abundance and success in your life. Okay, I'm sharing these because they work. I'm sharing this because they work. It's about your mindset. So we need to start creating that abundant mindset. All right, guys, take care of yourself.